We're back here at the Tap Into broadcast booth. Steve, who are tonight's officials for the game?
Our head referee is Michael Rotter. Our umpire is Bruce Cronover. Head linesman Darren Miller. Line judge Greg Chepkowski. Side judge John Cummins. And field judge Augie Lorio.
Franklin is taking the field. Looks like number 7, Tyke Rhineberry, is going to be receiving the kick.
Rhineberry has game-breaking ability. The Warriors are going to want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible.
Number 34 for Westfield, Will Kessler, will be kicking off for the Blue Devils. Do you think that they will kick away from Rhineberry, knowing how dangerous he can be?
You know, Westfield is the number 19 team in the state. I think they're going to kick the ball. They're going to go down, play coverage, tackle him. They have a lot of confidence, playing with a lot of confidence. I don't think they're kicking away from anybody right now.
Let's see if Franklin can build on its momentum from last week. Learning to get that victory is often the first step. Here's the kick. Bounces into the hands of Rhineberry. He takes it to the outside. He's got a lane. He's on the far sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Great cutback by Rhineberry on that, following his blocking and making his way out across the 40-yard line. Excellent job by the Warriors on that kick return.
And taking the field now will be the Franklin Warriors. Tony Scott will be under center. Steve, what kind of weapons do you think Tony's going to have at his disposal for tonight?
Well, you know, Franklin has a number of playmakers for him to use. The fullback, Brandon Myers, the wide receivers, Clay Fields and Tyke Rhineberry. He's got quite a bit to work with on offense.
This is a surprise where Tony is now not under center, but taken from the shotgun. It's an inside handoff to number 14, Jack Jarris, who's with a promising gain, 7 yards down to the 43-yard line.
It's a great job by Franklin's O-line.
Oh, Dalen Merricks.
And an excellent job by Merricks to cut back behind the center's block.
2nd and 3 on the 36-yard line. Franklin running the safe huddle. Again, Scott starting in shotgun. Is this a surprise?
No, you know, the Warriors like to come out in this 3 wide receiver look. Not surprised by this at all.
Scott with the keeper. Nowhere to run. Taken down by the Blue Devil line at the 42-yard line. No gain for Scott. 3rd and 3 coming up.
You know, that was another great job by the Franklin O-line. Scott needs to follow his blocks up inside. The hole is there. The blocking is there. He just needs to trust it and follow it.
In that situation, when you want to see Tony just put his foot in the turf and take it upfield, or?
You want to see him go where the play is blocked. So follow your blocks, follow your big uglies right up into the hole.
3rd down now. Single back set, Tony in the shotgun. 3rd and 3. Ball, little slant pass to the wide receiver, number 9. Teo Badru, who's taken down almost immediately for no gain at the 40.
It's a great job by number 43 on Westfield, Shea Elliott, getting off the block, making the tackle on the screen pass.
Coming in to punt for the Warriors will be number 42, Aliou Conte. Deep to receive for the Blue Devils. Looks like a single receiver as they're going to be bringing a lot of pressure coming after this kick. The high snap floats back. The kick is away. It's down the left sideline. Ball is taking a Franklin Warrior bounce, saying Poison, get away from it, and will be down by number 9, Bayou Badru at the Westfield 25-yard line. Westfield will come out on offense now.
It's a very good job by Franklin's punter getting that punt off quick. Westfield did come with pressure. They brought everybody.
It wasn't a great productive first sequence for the Warriors, but do you think that little safe screen pass that Tony threw might build some confidence against this Westfield defense?
I do, and most importantly, the Warriors' offensive line is blocking and blocking well.
Okay, here we go now with Westfield under center. Whistle stops the field.
Interesting look to start the game for Franklin. Everybody up in the box.
A little equipment malfunction here. Official timeout. Now we're ready to begin. Westfield takes the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little handoff. The power running game for Westfield. This is their bread and butter, and defended nicely by the Warrior line.
Yeah, you know, G, it looks like the Warriors are coming out to stop number 30, Tim Allegro. And they did it right there. They brought everybody into the box, and they shut that run play down.
Quarterback number 10, Hank Shapiro, with the handoff to Allegro.
Warriors again bringing everybody down towards the line of scrimmage.
Franklin features an aggressive defense. Likes to bring pressure in. Allegro gets through the line, and he's into the open field. Being tracked down by Franklin as he's brought down at the 35-yard line of the Warriors. A big gain. That hole opened up.
Game-saving tackle by number 12, O'Brien Dennison. Good job. Great cutback by Allegro there.
There are 2 on the tackle.
Sorry, number 2, Claiborne Fields.
Franklin is going to have to expect that they're going to break their runs. It's just a question of whether or not they can keep them out of the end zone. Shapiro in the shotgun. Allegro single back set. Play fake. Shapiro rolls out, pressured, and breaks a tackle, but then taken down at the 32-yard line by number 58, Quazir Byram.
Great job by the Warriors. Just got to wrap up and make that tackle. Good coverage downfield. Forced Westfield's quarterback to tuck it and run. Warriors got to make that tackle in the backfield.
Do you think Westfield needs to establish the run more before they go to play action, or is it just that they're going to play off their scouting reports?
I think that the Blue Devils want to keep the Warriors off balance, and so far it looks like they're doing a good job of just that.
Shapiro calling the plays. Line comes set, and some movement. Looks like Franklin jumped. Offsides, encroachment on the defense.
So this is the danger with being so excited to get this game started, playing against such a highly ranked opponent, having the win last week. The Warriors are clearly pumped to play on defense. Just got to contain that, harness that energy.
Coach Peskowski is encouraging his defense to be aggressive, but they have to ride that fine line as we come down to 2nd and 7 on the Warrior 32. Shapiro takes a snap, pitches off to Allegro, turning the corner, stretching the play, but contained nicely by the Franklin Warrior defense. Number 2, Claiborne Fields.
Fields did a great job of not giving Allegro the edge there, G. He held contain. He didn't let him get outside him. That's exactly how you coach it.
Nice patience by Allegro, though, not trying to force anything, just getting behind his blockers and taking what they would give. Shapiro waiting for the snap. Line comes set. Warriors again flinch. Is this, though, did they get the Westfield to false start this time?
Coach P has to be frustrated right now with his defensive line. They need to watch the ball rather than listen to the quarterback.
And that will give Westfield the first down on penalties. We are on the 21-yard line, just outside of the Atlantic Healthcare System red zone.
Westfield lining up in their version of a pro formation. They have their fullback lined up on the inside hip of the tackle, halfback behind the quarterback.
Ball handed off to Aliegro, who bursts through the line. He's going down to the first 3, and he is in for the touchdown.
Now, G, this is the danger with playing so many guys so close to the line of scrimmage. You leave yourself very vulnerable to a cutback, and if one guy misses a tackle, you don't have that second level of defenders to make the tackle after that. It was a tough play for Franklin. They really need to make that first tackle.
I'm sure that the family of Tim Aliegro will find that touchdown priceless, just like Venus Jewelers, your #1 news source for bridal source. The extra point is good by number 24, Aiden Bolin. Your score with 6:42 on the clock is Westfield 7, your Warriors nothing. And we're back here at the Tap Into broadcast booth as Westfield's getting ready to take the kickoff for Franklin. 2 back to receive. 7-0 Westfield, 6:42 on the clock.
Warriors are going to want to answer back quickly and strongly.
It's a short kick, picked up on the bounce. Again, blocking out in front. Tyke Reinberry takes it again. Another good return off of the short kick to the 28-yard line.
Good coverage, good tackling there by the Warriors. We'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the Franklin coaching staff. The head coach is John Pechkowski, assistant coaches Dominic Amoroso, Mohammed El Sherbini, Chris McAvoy, Joe Porter, Matt Young, Bob Bruno, Steve Foster, and David Sturcio.
Continuing in the shotgun set is Tony Scott. Wide receiver split out wide. High floating stab, handed off deep in the backfield with penetration and going down, breaking the tackle, but still eventually swarmed by the Blue Devil defense.
So this is an example of where you want to see Tony Scott pull the football from his running back. There's a defender playing the running back, playing the zone play. Tony needs to pull that ball and run it the other way on the QB keep.
You're not really giving Dylan Merrick's a chance to even do anything with the ball when the defense is on top of you before the handoff is exchanged.
No, and that is by design. You're leaving the end unblocked on that play. You want to read that end. If he plays run, then you pull the ball and the quarterback keeps it. That's what Tony Scott needs to do.
Tony is such a playmaker that he thinks he can oftentimes make something out of nothing. Tony under center, 2nd down and 10 from the ball on the 20, 2nd down 25 on the 29. Tony fakes the pass, takes it, pulls the ball down and starts to scramble. He is almost through the line and he gets taken down after a minimum gain of about a yard, bringing the ball back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
Actually looked like a broken screenplay there. Tony Scott wanted to get it out on the edge to one of his wide receivers, saw it wasn't there, tucked it down and ran.
That's what you get with a veteran quarterback when he recognizes that the play is falling apart and you can try to get your team out of the danger zone.
Exactly. That's why you like having a senior back there under center.
5:21 here to play. The clock is on your screen. Tony Scott takes the snap. Penetration, rolls to the right, looking downfield, sees nothing, tucks the ball, turns it upfield, trying to make something happen here, and is taken down at the 28-yard line by number 50 of Westfield, Drew Ortiz, one of their star outside linebackers.
Great job by Franklin's O-line of pass protection there. You want to see Tony Scott hold the ball for another second, let his receivers come open, and then get them the ball in space.
Franklin now back to punt. Conte back to punt. This is an important exchange. I'd like to see the flip the field a little bit. Conte takes a snap, gets the ball away. It is an end-over-end kick coming deep. And, big hit here by, the flags are coming down. Number 14, Dalen Merrick's late flag being thrown by the referee. Never made an indication for a fair catch.
You hate to see that, G. I think 14, Merrick's is going to get flagged for stepping over Westfield's return man. I don't think it's going to be a personal foul for kick-catch interference. He did a great job of timing that hit up. Great punt by Conte there, too.
So it was more of a taunting after the play than from the actual contact.
We'll see, but I think that's what they're going to call here. They are going to call kick-catch interference. He must have gotten there a split second early.
So even if the receiver doesn't put his hand up to indicate that a fair catch, the receiver still has to have a right to catch the ball.
You have to give him an opportunity to make the catch cleanly. You can't hit him early. That looked like a perfectly timed hit by Merrick's to me.
You know, I can't imagine somebody that age having the discipline to coming down full speed, seeing the catch, seeing an opportunity to make a play, especially when you're playing such a highly ranked team, and to have the discipline to just allow the catch. It's an awful lot to ask for someone.
You know, it looked like a clean play to me. Timed it perfectly, and as you saw, Westfield's return man did make the catch.
I'd like to give a special hello to Jackie Shoemaker, Franklin's guidance counselor and ESP of the Year, watching live home on the live stream, brought to you by Tap Into. Shapiro under center, takes a snap. He's got a receiver downfield, looking to the far side, throws the ball downfield. He's got a man who trips. The turf monster makes the play at the 20-yard line. Number 80, Emmett Smith. Not looking like the Hall of Famer in that particular play, but tried hard to, he was open if he could have held his feet.
Westfield trying to take advantage of Franklin's 3-and-out, as well as of the man coverage the Warriors are playing all across the board right there. They run 4 vertical routes and tried to get it to their best player, number 80, Smith.
Steve, is that a case of also trying to show pass to help loosen up the box a little bit?
It's a possibility, but I think they're really trying to catch the Warriors.
High snap, handed off to Alliegru. Warriors in on the tackle, swarming Franklin defense.
Great job there by the D-line and linebackers to hold the point of attack.
Looks like, again, number 58, Quazir Byram, lead tackle on that play.
And Byram and DeMeglio in the center of that defensive line are going to be key to stopping Alliegro and Westfield's inside zone play.
Third down here, 3rd and 6, just outside of the field goal range. This is a good opportunity for Franklin to assert itself. They took a punch in the nose with a quick hit, but now have a chance to regain some momentum and get the ball back. Want to make a big stop here. Shapiro takes the snap. Pressure coming from the Warriors. They roll Shapiro out. He looks downfield. He's got a man who is incomplete. Number 2 from Adam McDaniel, just out of reach. Covered deeply by Tyke Rhineberry.
And CG, this is the problem with playing man coverage and not getting there when you blitz. Receivers are going to come hoping. You can only ask your defensive backs to cover for so long. The Warriors need to get there when they bring pressure, and they need to bring the carriers down.
Number 34, Will Kessler, in on the punt. So a good victory there for Franklin with the exchange. Ball whistle stops the play. Referee's going to tell us what the stoppage is for. I'd like to thank Venus Jewelers for being a sponsor and Robert Quinn for assembly. There's a possibility of too many men on the field for Franklin. Illegal substitution for the Warriors, so it'll be 5 more yards for Westfield, but will not give them a first down. It'll be 4th and 1.
Interesting decision here for the Blue Devils in high school football.
And looks like they're going to bring the offense back on the field. So this is a real gut check moment for Franklin. A costly penalty.
Punt doesn't really do you any good here. Makes sense.
You had the Blue Devils off the field, giving the ball back to you. Now you're going to put their star running back for a chance to pick up 4th and 6.
Huge play for the Warriors here. They know what's coming. Westfield knows what they're going to run.
4th and 1. Here comes the run. He's at the line. Idiot's going to pick up the yardage. He's through for a first down. Helmet comes off, so that'll stop the play.
By rule, he's going to have to come off the field, but a great run again by Allegro. The Warriors need to try to bring him down on first contact. Don't let him run through arm tackles. Coach this all week.
You know, when you're playing a team that is as experienced and as skilled as Westfield, you can't give them second lives.
No, you just can't. That penalty was killer. And it was a great play by the Blue Devils.
Shapiro back in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Aliegro's replacement, who gets maybe 1-2 yards on the play. Number 8, Jake Valobera, one of their captains. So it looks like Allegro is now back in after losing his helmet. For second down, 2nd and 7, 3 picked up by Valobera on first down. Also, at this point, how tired is Franklin having to play yet another series of downs on defense?
You know, they're probably a little tired, G, but I think...
Play fake. Shapiro rolls out, throws the ball to the end zone. He's got a man. Overthrows.
Great
Good coverage.
there.
Number 87, the intended target, Tommy Norris, covered by
Teo Badru. Teo Badru was great over-the-top coverage there. Remember, he's playing one-on-one. Everything Franklin's doing right now is one-on-one man coverage. So great job of Badru holding up in coverage there, staying in his hip pocket step for step.
Tommy Norris is probably getting maybe 5 to 7 inches on Teo Badru, so I think Shapiro was trying to exploit the height disadvantage. Shapiro under center, 3rd down, hands off to Allegro. Allegro breaks the visual contact, but then brought down by the Warriors by number 2, Antonio. Claiborne Fields the 3rd.
What a tackle there by Clay Fields. He's probably given up 30 pounds to Allegro, and he makes the tackle by the ankles, by the shoelace. Great job, Clay Fields, on that play.
Here's an interesting call from Westfield. 4th and 7, and they are going to go for it. Not going to go for the field goal.
And again, this is something that you see in high school where kickers don't have the range that they have at other levels of football.
And the snap. Shapiro looks to the right. He's got a man open, and the ball is dropped. Number 3, Jason Cassett, doing his best Brandon Marshall imitation, had the ball in his hands in a key moment and dropped the ball.
Franklin very fortunate right there. Despite playing man coverage, they're playing off by about 6 yards. Got to know where the sticks are. The Warriors get lucky there on the drop.
As we take a break in the action, reminder, tonight's game is being brought to you by Tap Into, Franklin Online Newspaper Network, Venus Jewelers, Robert Quinn for Assembly, the Atlantic Healthcare System, the Sisters Network of Central New Jersey, Carletta C. Beckworth, CPA, and the Learning Experience of Monmouth Junction. Back to play here live in Franklin. 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line. Minute 35 left of the first quarter. It is 7-0. The ball's pitched outside. A little fumble on the step. And then quick swarming hits by the Blue Devil defense with number 46, Joseph San Giacomo. Do you think that little bobble with the exchange caused him to not be able to accelerate upfield quickly?
It might have, G. It might have, but Westfield did a great job of setting the edge there, keeping contained, forcing the ball carrier to cut it back up inside and making the tackle.
You know, Steve, the Warriors don't seem as crisp as they did coming out against Montgomery. Is this just a question of that Westfield is that much of a better opponent, or there's a little nerves going on here?
You know, I think they're actually playing well. I think they just need to follow their blocks, take
Tony
advantage
falls
of
back
where
and
the
stays. He's
plays
getting
are.
pressured as he's got a man taken down at the 10-yard line. Again, San Giacomo with the penetration to bring down Tony Scott.
Critical 3rd down here. The Warriors want to reverse some field position here, get the ball back onto Westfield's side of the field.
Steve, I noticed that everything they're running is either going to be a pass to the flat or trying to wait for something to happen. Do you think they have to get more slant routes going across to give them quick hitting options?
So I think one of the things that they want to do here is get the ball into their playmakers' hands in space. They're trying to get it out of Tony Scott's hands fast. Screen plays are probably the best way for them to do that.
It is a third, and it's a timeout on the field. At the end of the first quarter, the score is Westfield 7, Franklin nothing. I keep forgetting when he goes to commercial. We don't have. And we're back here live for the start of the second quarter.
Quickly, we want to introduce to you the Westfield coach